Should they not be,
eroding.
sir, with due regard, should they not be protected by the profession which you are a part of, the judiciary?
What
If
do you
there
think
are
we
these
do every day?
transgressions taking place of the constitution, if there's a violation of the fundamental rights of the individual, I would have presumed that is where the Supreme Court is supposed to step in. Has it done what it should do?
What do you think we do every day, Rajdeep? The court does it and we do it as lawyers. But there is an important point to be remembered. Adjudication through courts is individuated. It is not the class mass for the whole nation as a whole. So you have a problem, you go to court, there's a notice, there's a reply, there's a rejoinder, and maybe you get relief, maybe you don't get relief. That is not a satisfactory way to turn to the court saying, why are you not the balm for all our ills?
No, the courts have, sir, I'm sorry, sir, the courts are, my argument is the courts have not done enough to protect the fundamental rights of citizens. When Article 370 was abrogated and many Kashmiris spent years in jail, what happened to habeas corpus petitions? They were kept pending for years. What happens to the whole doctrine of bail, not jail? So let's be honest. We can blame Parliament and the government in power, but what about the institutions that run this country, including the judiciary or indeed the media?
So the honest answer, Rajdeep, is that you are only very partially right. I disagree to about 67 to 70% with your remark, but yes, you are right to 30-odd% because the courts are ultimately. You are right about the fact that the courts may not have stood us in good stead in every case, maybe 25, 30%, but if we did not have the bulwark of the judiciary, the whatever protection you have against erosion of these pillars, institutional would be rampant. Today, if there is a protection, maybe lesser than it should be. You are right. Individual judges give us summons and give the right judgments on bail, not jail. Individual aberrations equally nullify those summons. So those are aberrations, but on the whole, the judiciary has, I would say, stood us in good stead to a very large percentage.
Is India's constitutional democracy in recession, sir? Do you believe it's in recession? Are we heading towards an electoral autocracy, or is that fear-mongering? Because I hear these words mentioned by opposition leaders. We are an electoral autocracy. Democracy is in recession. Not only constitution khatre mein, secularism khatre mein, federalism khatre mein.
As I said, I hate to use binaries because all binaries are generalizations and all generalizations are untrue. But let me tell you that clearly the degree of erosion of these institutional and non-institutional values, the degree of erosion of the institutions, the degree is much higher now in the last 10 years than it has ever been. And it's been consistent. It's not a
what's the solution?
Temporary constitutional aberration like the emergency. It's consistently eroding. Well, the solution is to realize